So, all right, cool. So let me get to this. Hold on just one second. This is a first for me. I've never done one of these before, so I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous. I guess I don't know. All right. So this is what's going on in Evansville, Indiana. All right. It's a whole. But let's just start from the beginning. Okay, let me just tell you a little story. It's a lot of stories, but I'll tell you. But I got visual aids, so it's fun. All right, cool. All right, I want to go talk to some of the men in Evansville. That's kind of like showcasing being positive in the community, or whatever. But I also want to showcase the ones that's like kind of like downtrodden and trying to see like what's going on with them, like why they're in such a situation. I want to just talk to them directly. So I went to the men's rescue mission where I deliver like clothes and just different things or whatever sometimes. But I was going to say like, oh, hey, I want to talk to some of these guys. They're cool, and so they were kind of on some like bureaucracy kind of stuff. And basically like, okay, you got to go talk to this person, this and this, that, and whatever. I was like, all right, that's fine, I guess. So they gave me this guy. The guy that I spoke to was named Bryce. Okay, here's his images. Bryce is kind of like the go between to like regular people and that kind of thing, right? So that's why I talked to Bryce. So he puts me in touch with this guy named Weston Leach. Weston Leach is like a church goer. He's a pastor in Evansville, Indiana. He's a pastor and all stuff like that. So I talked to Weston. Weston basically saying, hey, do we get all this stuff going on at this church and this, that, and the other, and that's cool. Like, okay, here's text messages to show you. I'm all about receipts. Yeah, so he does all that. Okay, cool. So I'm like, okay, that's nice. But I really want to talk to the men about the mission, the rescue mission, or whatever. What's going on with them? I want to talk to them directly. He's like, oh, well, I'm a person to talk to you, to give that or whatever. I was like, okay, well, I need to talk to the person who is. And so he's like, well, I'm not affiliated with the mission. Okay, why they give me your information? So what the hell's wrong with you anyway? Okay, fine, I'll deal with it myself because that's who I am. And so I started like looking at them or whatever, started looking at what's going on. Like, this is weird. And whenever something's weird with the organization, Christian, faith-based, illegal or otherwise, whatever, there's some fuck shit going on. That's what it is. It's some nonsense. If they're not answering questions, it's some nonsense. All right, that's just what it is. Okay, so it's some legalities going on, particularly with the money. It's always with the money. So the other day, I decided to go up there early and act like I am basically homeless. All right, just go up in there to see what's going on. Why not? Because I've been reporting for like 20 years. What I've been doing. It's my job, basically. But I got visual aids here. Check this out. All right, it's going. Do you want breakfast? Okay, I guess. I'm not really hungry, but cool. I'm fasting. I'm trying to fast, and so I go in there, and I'm looking at all this stuff or whatever. I really want some oranges. Thinking of oranges. So I go in there, and I look, and they got like this chocolate milk, like being like kindergarten or some shit. What is this? Grown men drinking chocolate milk cartons, And so I'm looking around, watching these like guys or whatever, giving out the food and everything like that. So I'm looking, and so they give out this food. I'm gonna show you what this food look like. It's like little nasty, little disgusting little sausages. This little circle of egg, whatever. I gave me no real egg. Real eggs don't come in circles. This untoasted, just regular ass bread and tater tots that look like they've been like 2 days old or something. Just nasty. I'm like, bruh, what is this nonsense? This is not gonna do. All I came in here for was to see if I could get a shower. Well, really, just not even that, but just to see what was going on up in here. But I told them I said a shower. All right. So they're like, well, you got to do all this stuff or whatever. We can't just let you in. This, that, and the other. Okay. I'll do whatever you require because I got time. I don't have anything else to do today. And so I go in there and it's a whole thing. Like, they're like, well, you got to fill out this paperwork. I'm like, okay, well, where is it? So they give me all this paperwork. It's like a big ass. It's right. There's a video. It's a big ass. It's a bunch of paperwork. So I'm thinking like, man, it's a lot of paperwork. And so they're asking like on multiple sheets for my social security number. All right, like I keep asking like, why are you my social security number? I was like, so I kept asking, I was like, so do they get paid for this? So every person, every man on the site has a duty, like basically a chore to do. Like, it's all kind of chores to do on site and off site. Okay, they'll like have you, and they won't take you like if it's off site, they won't like take you to go to your destination. You either gotta get a ride or take the bus or whatever to get there. Now, from what they told me, if you miss two duty sections or whatever, or if you miss two of them, you are completely shut down, like shut out of the little place or whatever. Like you can't come back. They basically like excommunicate you if you miss two duties. Okay. Also, if you have like any kind of like wrappers or anything going around your bunk, if there's any kind of stuff or whatever, you get like thrown out immediately. Ain't no like one chance. All that shit. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It feels like prison. And so like if you look at these bunks, this video or whatever, look at these bunks. It's like a whole prison cell. Like look at this shit. Okay, check that out. That's tight, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so I went to go to the shower or whatever. Man, check this out. The showers. It's a whole goddamn prison situation. Open showers and that kind of shit. All right. Okay. I'm sure you're thinking, well, they're homeless. Like, what do they care? Well, here's the deal. When I asked Bryce, I kept asking him why they're asking for social security number. And keep in mind, Bryce is a man of God. You can see these pictures they have on his social media and all this stuff. It's so important and all these things. And he has all this God, stuff on his walls that God is amazing. This, that, and the other. They have all these scriptures, posts, and all these things. And they have this big ass big ass cross in the middle of the building on the inside. And here's a video of that, like all that stuff. It's God everywhere. And all that. But I asked why they need people's socials. When you're giving up your social security number to these people, and the reason why this is important, I asked actually Bryce. Bryce brought me into his office, and you can hear this audio right now.
Christopher is spelled Christopher.
No, Toph. Yeah, it's a common mistake.
Last name is spelled
Sisney.
Social
312. What? I'm sorry. They keep asking me for my social.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like,
so you do not have to disclose your social
okay.
If you don't want to.
Okay.
It's just going to help us identify you amongst the other Christopher Sisneys that may be receiving services through the IHCDA. It's entirely confidential, and nobody will give away your information.
Okay.
And if you want to give me just the last four, you can. But if it's already down on the paperwork,
it is on paperwork. You have it already. I was just trying to go. Why do they keep asking for my social? Like, they're not gonna like try to like ding me or like as far as
run your
credit or anything like that. Okay, I'm like, what? Like, what is this about? I asked John about it because he said they're not gonna do this. I'm cool. As long as they don't do anything like that, I'm cool.
They won't.
Okay. Why? Like, what is the point of my having a social security number? Everything like that. Well, they just need it. I'm like, okay. So apparently the guy that was talking to me was actually he actually was homeless as well. So they basically have all these men in there on doing chores, on site and off site, like around the city, that kind of thing. Okay. And so they basically give me all these like lists, this long list. I was like, so the guy tells me, he says, I asked him, I was like, has anyone ever like left with this long paper? He's like, oh yeah, it happens all the time. This paperwork forces men to like leave sometimes because they're frustrated with it because it's so long. Well, here's the thing. If they're already putting your social security number on here, they're leaving. Like, there's men are leaving out of frustration from the paperwork, but they have your social security number. Okay, all right, pay attention. And so they give me a picture of the CEO of this guy. It's this dude right here. I don't know about you, but I'm not saying he looks like a pedophile. I'm just saying that I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying he is one. I'm not saying he is a pedophile. I'm just saying he may or may not look like a pedophile. I don't know. I have no idea. But come to find out, he is a reverend at a church. He's a CEO of this company, and he's a reverend. I have my suspicions about CEOs and someone who's a CEO and a reverend. That's my personal take. But anyway, That's But anyway, so apparently he's a reverend and a CEO of this company. Okay, so apparently it's a non-for-profit. That's what they said. But this was his CEO. All right, cool. All right, give me all the paperwork. So they say, okay, well you can go like check out your bunk or whatever. You can't sleep here like during the day or whatever, that kind of thing. So we basically have you on chores, and if you're not on chores, you gotta go figure out something to do with your life. Okay, cool, no big deal. So they go. So I go or whatever to the back. Well, no, really, I first go to the ticket see if I get a shower. The security dude, so the guy that owns security is homeless too. So he has a whole chore. He has to actually be there to do security. That's one of his chores.
That's the problem with him.
Which one?
You can't have no cologne,
No cologne?
not even your third, not even your crate.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, can I keep it out here? Is that okay?
You can't. They just did it recently. I have cologne too. They get rid of everything. They took about 80 colognes
Why?
because it's not allowed.
They're saying you can't have cologne in there. That was a weird thing. Like they apparently like they came and do like a whole like mass like take of like all the men's cologne. They can't smell good. I guess men can't smell good if you're homeless. I don't know what that's about. I don't know. I asked, but nobody could really give a clear answer. But they said you can't have any cologne in there, which I thought was weird. But whatever. It's a lot of weird stuff going on. Now I asked one of my best friends about this, and he said he's dealing with like he's a very, very successful businessman. Okay, and he says that the reason why is because the government pays these non-for-profit, like basically for their stay, that kind of thing. And so the government pays for them. They'll basically cover their costs and all that shit over there just from the social, because this place is non-profit. They're trying to like help people and all that shit, all that good shit. Cool. All right. So I leave out and I come back the next day. And so what happened, I came back the next day, but I'm like dressed in like kind of like incognito. I'm not dressed like myself and none of that stuff or whatever. And I kind of got like just different like clothes on, that kind of thing. And so I go up there, and so like this is a security guard, like I guess he's looking around for somebody or whatever. He said, well, he's not supposed to be on the premises and that kind of thing, or whatever. I'm assuming they're talking about me. I can't confirm or deny that. But but I friend requested the CEO. I friend requested him on LinkedIn, and so he didn't respond. Of course not, because I want to ask him questions. I was telling Bryce I have questions, and will the CEO be over here? And so I get there, and so this security guard is looking for me. So thankfully I'm in different clothes. He didn't spot me or whatever, so I like left out. But I did have a guy on the inside that I knew that gave him some shoes the other day, so he kind of gave me the inside scoop of what's going on. I asked him, are y'all getting paid for any of this stuff that y'all are doing? They're doing roofing stuff, they're doing stuff in the kitchens, like cooking. They're doing all kinds of stuff like maintenance, laundry. Cleaning. That's just on site. Like stuff like heavy lifting stuff or whatever. That's just on site. These men are like veterans. These are veterans. These are like these are guys that are mentally some of them mentally disabled or just have gone through like a really hard, like, traumatic events or whatever. They have them working, but they're not getting paid. Okay, but you're getting money from the government and you're getting money from like different organizations like that. So I thought that was weird. Like you're having them do all this work, and then not just on site, off site as well. Like they try to send me off at Washington Square Mall. So I'm seeing a lot of stuff around Washington Square Mall for some reason. A lot of activity, particularly from Evansville Rescue Mission. So I'm just gonna go out here and have a look-see. What else can I do? All right, check this out. For some reason, these people are invested in Washington Square Mall. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. So, Evansville Rescue Mission, thrift store, Evansville Rescue Mission. So, there's something's going on here, Washington Square Mall. I'm gonna figure out what the fuck is going on. And apparently, they have a coffee shop here as well. It's called Mission Ground. Can I try one? Not try one. I'll buy one. I mean,
Yeah, which one do you want?
The chocolate chip one. So
I'm like, I can't believe they look so good. I can't believe.
They're so
So the
good.
guys make them.
I know.
Like I'm gonna be honest with you, because I'm a terrible cook. So where do they make them?
At the mission, they have
At-
a big.
In the kitchen, because they put out 300 meals a day.
They do. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
The homeless guys, they go through. They have like there's some that have been there for a year. That they give them
Let me go ahead and get one.
the tools to how to live.
Really?
And going, okay, so how did we get where we are, and what can we do?
Right.
And so they start training them in different life skills,
Thank
and
you.
one of them is for like working,
Okay.
doing jobs.
Good. Thank you. This looks amazing. Yay. The guys at the mission make cookies for this place. And each cookie is $2.70 a piece. And the cookies look good, and they are tasty too. I'm not gonna lie. Good ass cookie.
The muffins are super good too.
Wait a minute, do they make the muffins too?
Yeah.
They make the muffins too?
They make the muffins too.
Wow. How much in the muffins?
$4.05 after tax.
405 every. Okay, 405. Okay. No, I'm not gonna get it today. I'm probably gonna come back. Okay.
Yeah, but for sure.
Okay. They look good though. No, seriously though.
Every day. So like
They're fresh every day.
At like 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll start baking.
What? Wait a minute, hold on. Wait, no way. Are you serious? They are dedicated. That is amazing. They wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and bake. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Now, the lady told me that the guys get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to bake these things. Not only do they make the cookies, they make 300 meals a day, in the kitchens over there. So they getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to make cookies and muffins for this knockoff Starbucks that's selling this shit, and they're not giving a dime to the men that are making it every day. Okay, that's a problem. And so, but yeah, they're not. It's the slave labor is what it's called. It's called slave labor. And so they're these men are making all these little knickknacks for this little knockoff Starbucks, and and they're not getting paid. So the company is getting paid. So like whoever's running this, whoever's over this company, this mission ground. So as a matter of fact, let's go look at that. Let's go look at that. Mission grounds. Who owns that? Tracy Gorman, back to Tracy. Old Tracy. Yeah, Tracy. I had my suspicions. Tracy owns a lot of stuff for a preacher. I'm always suspect about preachers and ownerships and CEOs. It is what it is. It's all these men that are basically like doing nothing. I mean, doing all these chores, and on top of that, they have to find a job as well. And so they have to find an actual job. And the money they get paid for when they get paid for the actual job, the company helps them save 60% of it. The gay needs to keep 40%, but the company keeps 60%. I don't know how that works, and how they track that.
Once you get into your third phase, you enter the work phase, and that's when they let you go get a job. And
Do they help us with a job? Like help us get a job?
Yeah, they'll help you find a job, and what they do is once you get a job, they put 60% of your check back. They let you keep 40% in your pocket, and they will help you save up to $10,000 before they'll help you find an apartment.
Okay.
So they'll let you rack up money while you're here, and then they'll help you find an apartment, help you find a car, and they'll help you get back on your feet with a little bit of a nest egg. So this place is really, really good, man. Just stick with it.
Okay.
So you gotta have like 2 jobs basically. You have 2 jobs just to stay here. They said that, that's the whole. Well, you gotta do chores, whatever, to stay here. Well, I started researching and started to see how much money this organization was getting for having these men here. So the last time it was reported, it was 2020. Here's some facts because I love receipts, and it was upwards of close to $6 million just for this area location alone. Okay. And it says like the owner's only making like 77,000 or something like that. So something in the 70,000 range or whatever. Because the whole thing comes with operating costs. Well, that doesn't make sense because if all these men are doing all this work for free, why are they not getting paid anything? They're not getting paid anything. So what? And as a matter of fact, every man in there in the actual location is homeless. So they're all like having to like just work. They're all just working like to basically like cover themselves. So where are the operating costs going? I'm curious. I still don't know. And so like it's weird. It's like $7 million, but y'all don't pay them anything. But they have to have a job as well. They have to do these chores that are assigned. If you don't, you get kicked out. But you still have this. They still have the Social Security number, right? And so they're making like close to $6 million. That was the last reported. I'm seeing that this is an issue. Like this is definitely a problem. And so what I did was I contacted all these reporters in Evansville, Indiana. There was so many reporters I contacted. The people that I contacted, Timothy David Jagalo at WNIN. I contacted Brian Douglas at Channel 14. I contacted Bradley Dean Bird. I forgot what station he works for. These are basically like in Evansville, Indiana. These are main like not Timothy. He's a jackass, but Brian Douglas and Bradley Bird, and also Randy Moore. These men are staples of the Evansville community as far as reporting goes. I mean, basically staples. I've known them since I was a kid. I mean, as far as I've known their presence as a child, you know. So they've been around for a while as far as reporting goes. So I'm thinking, okay, these are guys. They're legit. They're gonna like be on board with like exposing this. Guess what? These guys chose, and Timothy's goofy ass chose not to say anything. Bradley Dean Bird didn't say anything. He didn't even respond. And Timothy David Jagalo, this is a weird name. It sounds like Gigolo. Anyway, they chose to, what Gigolo basically was saying that, well, you can't say anything. You asked to report 13 years, blah, blah, blah. I've been doing this for 20. And in a top 10 market, those of you that don't know, I've been working in Houston for like 15, 16 years in mainstream media, top 10 market, and in the mayor's office. I know this shit backwards and forwards and sideways. And they're definitely moving sideways. Anyway, Randy Moore hit me up this morning, as a matter of fact, at close to 8 a.m. Now, I'm going to tell you something as a reporter. I've been doing this for a long, long time. You keep your phone on you, and you keep your email and all that stuff. The way you can be contacted, immediately readable, especially as a reporter, because you have to be on top of the story. So for him to contact me the next morning, when I sent him the information the afternoon before, highly suspect. Not saying he is, but it's suspect. Anyway, so that's that with these reporters. Okay, so that's how I feel about it. Okay, I don't care if you're not directly involved. If you're silent, you're complicit. That's where I'm going to stand with you. So I'm going to start to go research. I started looking at their Facebook page as far as the mission. So the mission has on the Facebook page this on the top header. It says Susan H. Snyder Center for Women and Children. I was talking to like a homeless woman that comes from the across the street. They have a women's shelter. So the women actually come from the women's shelter. They actually come over to the homeless, to the men's shelter, and get like food and make like eat and stuff like that.
I go over there. I'm one of the girls that stay over at the Ruth House, and I go over there of a morning for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to eat over there. And I see, briefly how the guys over there get treated and how they get rode up for just nonsense things.
Like can you give an
like
example?
One person's tote crate could be full to the top and they get rode up, but the next person's crate could be full to the top and they don't do nothing for them. They don't write them up, they don't do anything, and they have their favorites over there that they let get by with anything and everything, and it's just not fair, it's just not right. From what I've seen, they've got guys that are doing, the kitchen, and they don't even get paid for that. They've got guys doing the PACES program and the Oasis program, and they're like, oh, we'll pay you $12 to $15 if you do this program and complete it, and they don't even pay them nothing. It's almost on a daily that this is happening.
It's a men's shelter. I thought it was they say it's a men's only shelter, but it's not, because women come over there and eat and stuff. And then on top of that, they have a bathroom that's unisex. So when you go in the bathroom, they have like tampons and stuff like that. So everyone, so it's not a men's only like show. There's no real men's space in there. So the women are actually coming over there and eating as well. So they're feeding the men these garbage food and the women over in the women's shelter this garbage food. So the women are getting screwed over too. It's weird. The Snyder, I went over to Snyder to the place of location, right? The Susan H. Snyder Center for Women isn't, it's not fully realized yet, but the building's there. All right, I went over there, and this is on Professional Boulevard. Boulevard. So if you go down, this is down Professional Boulevard. Yes, medical, dental, that's goofy shit. Is it Midwest Ear, Nose, and Throat Institute? What the fuck? What? Pain management. This is Professional Boulevard, by the way. Okay, this is where this place leads to. Advanced neuro and spinal surgery, advanced ambulatory, all that shit. Yeah. Yes. Ascension St. Vincent Surgicare. I'm sure they're fine. Nothing going on there. Can't be. Yes. All this Professional Boulevard in Evansville, Indiana. Just so you know. Okay. Yes. Virtual consult medical center. All that good health. All that great shit. It's all awesome. Yes. Yay. DaVita East Evansville Dialysis. Awesome. Then here we go. This is going to be the new women's rescue mission, basically sponsored by the men's rescue mission. Biggest day. Look at that sign over there. Look at that. And this is pretty big. This is pretty swanky. It's pretty big. I mean, just in my opinion, they have like the men in like prison cells, baking cookies and muffins at 3 a.m. For nothing, for no profit, no money at all. They receive no money for that. But they build this for the women. That's nice. Must be nice. Must be. Oof. Damn, they got like little doors. Just it's pretty nice. That's pretty swanky. I'm just saying. They got a little overhang over here so you can't get rained on. This is pretty dope. It's really, it's big. It's like 2 levels. It's nice. It's very, very nice. But the men are paying for this. But the men can't have closed showers. The men can't have like decent bedding. And if they have to have chores, they basically are like, they have to do these chores. And if they don't do these chores, if they miss 2 days, they get kicked out. I'm curious, do the women have to do any chores for what they're doing, or is it just the men solely that are paying for this? And they have to pay for all this. The facility is disgusting. You've seen the video, you've seen the picture. It's disgusting. Like, it's absolutely disgusting. Like I say, it's clean or whatever. It's not. It's absolutely gross. And so it's very prison-like.
I was the only one that was up. It was late. Turn around, and there's a guy across the room masturbating, looking directly at me.
That's because the shower because the showers are open.
Yep.
Open showers.
Yep.
Yep.
And then turn around. I left the shower, went to go back to my bunk. My phone charger got stolen, and I was like, all right. I just got my stuff up and walked out.
Just from one night.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have to put in your social? Did you have to give them your social?
Oh yeah, gotta give them all kinds of information.
That big long sheet of paper, right?
Yep.
It's absolutely gross. So, but I actually have an informant on the inside to say, because the guy's been here for quite some time, and he can give you like more insight than I can. I was there for 2 days, and I was like, this is completely ridiculous. So let him talk to me.
Well, when I first got there, they was doing what they supposed to be doing at the time, and I was in the kitchen. I had a heart attack in the kitchen, and I let Steve know about it, and he says, I don't give a damn about your health. You're still going to do your detail. And so I had to go to Echo over on John Street to get a letter print out from the doctor saying that I have to be removed from the detail to a non-stressful job. And they put me on the safety up at the door, and now they was going to have me as the head safety, but now they got the other guy up head safety because they said that I wasn't doing my program, I wasn't doing my detail, which I've been doing everything that what I'm supposed to be doing. And they said I got 3 write-ups, but they didn't tell me what the other 2 write-ups was. But this third one that I got was over. They said my crate was over full, which my wife, she seen my meal crate, and it was not even never over full. Bryce Mosley, he was the one that wrote me up about it, and when I went and got a letter saying that I can't go to Camp LaVille, they told me that I have 28 days to relocate because they said that they can't take care of me over there. And they said they didn't care where I go, but I just got to leave in 28 days. And I'm in the Oasis program, but they won't let me leave the Oasis program to go to work. And they said that if I get one more write-up, that they'll kick me out. And they trying to find anything to kick me out for, no matter what it is. And there were several guys in there that they done the same thing over. And Tracy Gordon, he don't want to do anything about it. And when you file a grievance on a staff member, Bryce Mosley takes the write-ups and he wads it up and throws away, don't do nothing about it. He takes up for the staff. And if the staff talks crazy to you and you try to say something, they're ready to throw people out over it. One of the residents, his name is Wes, and you go tell him that you got a doctor's appointment or whatever, he don't want to look at it. He still says that you got to go to do your details and stuff like that. And they override the doctor's orders pretty much. And I had to take it, and I'm just tired of it. I'm just sick of it. And my wife, she's got my twins, and she don't want to take it and get herself upset and tore up over it. And she knows how my temper is, and every time I try to say something, they want to get real nasty about it and ready to throw somebody out over it, and they shouldn't even have the rights to do that. And then when I call and make an appointment to talk to Tracy Gordon and complain to him about it, he don't want to hear it. He's taking up for his staff members.
What were they going to have y'all doing out there at Camperville?
Well, they said that the only thing they're going to is, they said it's like a vacation to get us away from the mission. They said it's like a bunch of different little cubes where they got beds in it. They said you can go out like fishing, kayaking, zip line, whatever, pretty much whatever you want to do. But they said that you cannot lay in, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. And Philip Boyd, he lives out there. He lives out there on the Camp LaVille. And when my wife gave a staff the letter, they said that I had, like I told you, that they told me that I had 28 days to relocate to find somewhere to go. But my wife's been trying to take it and looking for places for me and her both to go to, besides the missions, because we got the babies on the way. And she's not happy with them because they wanted to talk to her and they wanted to talk to the residents, talk to residents like they're a piece of junk. They even talk to the volunteers like they're a piece of junk.
Well, what they did to me was, I was there, I was almost ready to graduate from their programs, and then all of a sudden they said I had food in the dorms, which they never brought me back there and showed me no evidence or nothing, and they just kicked me out for no reason.
They kicked you out for no evidence at all?
Yeah, well, they didn't show me the evidence. They said they found food in the dorm or something.
So when you graduate from the dorm, what's supposed to happen?
They're supposed to give you the opportunity to go over to the Centennial and get an apartment upstairs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what's at the Centennial? I'm just curious.
It's like the church chapel.
You get apartments. So
they got apartments above it.
They got apartments above. Oh, okay. I see. So okay. So When you how long is it supposed to take? How long is it supposed to take for you to graduate the program?
Pretty much about a year.
A year. So after a year, they said that they saw some stuff by your bed or something like that.
Food in the. They said they found food in the dorm. I guess it was supposed to be in my stuff.
And they just kicked you out.
Yeah, I mean, somebody could always plant that stuff on somebody. Like, say somebody you get into it with somebody, they could always go plant that in your drawer or in your coat or whatever. And then if they find it, they kick you out.
Or they can say that they didn't have it. I mean,
well, yeah, they don't even take you back here and
to check.
Like say, hey, look, we found this right here. Look, see it.
So after about a year, they didn't even ask you. They just kicked you out. They didn't ask you. They didn't try to check or anything.
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to know? I mean, like to tell people about, like, what happened over there to you, or just I'm being honest.
I mean, I had no write-ups, for the whole year I was there. Just about. Well, I was almost a year, and all of a sudden they said that, and then they kicked me out.
Did you have a work detail?
Yep.
Where'd you work at?
I did the floors.
How often did you? Can you talk about that like a little bit? Can you tell people like how often you had to do the floors there?
Every single day,
like,
7 days a week.
Like, what's the time frame?
It took about an hour.
An hour a day. Okay,
yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
But a lot of the guys over there though, they got to work 6, 7, 8 hours a day.
They do
for free.
Which ones? Can you talk about it? Like which ones?
Like people that they send out to the. Oh, what's that place called out there at the mall?
The Washington Square Mall.
Yeah, the Washington Square Mall, where they have them do it.
Really?
They're there about all day long. They go in the morning, they don't come in until the evening.
Is it the Mission Grounds? The Mission Grounds place? What's it called?
Well, it's the thrift store.
The thrift store. They work out the thrift store.
Yeah.
For free.
Yeah. Well, then they got what they call a maintenance crew, and they make them go out to the their camp.
Where's the camp at?
I'm not sure the name of that. It's Evansville. It's up there off of Boonville New Harmony Road.
What? You don't know the name of it?
It's Camp Reville.
Camp Reville. And they work out there?
Yeah. They make you go out there and mow grass and stuff with a weed eater for 8 hours, about 7 hours a day.
Awesome. That's good stuff. That's really good stuff. 7, 8 hours. And they don't get paid?
No.
No payment?
They don't pay nobody nothing.
Okay,
just like the cooks, they got to work 4, 6 hours a day. Don't get paid nothing.
Okay. Camp Reville?
Yep.
Okay. This is the boonies. So nobody would look at anything out here. Of course they wouldn't. Camp Reville. Oh, there it is. Evansville Mission. Yup. All right. Camp Reville. Look at this. What's all this? This is nice. Ooh, this is fancy. This looks really nice. Heston Hall, all this shit. Look at this. Man, this is nice. This is so fancy. Man. Elvis Center. All kind of stuff. West Lodge. East Lodge. This is a lot. This is pretty big. East Lodge. Look at that. Damn, this is nice. This is so fancy. Man, they got a whole, listen. Oh, wow. This has got a whole overhang. All kind of stuff. Like a kids camp. This is so cool. All the kids, man, these kids get all this cool stuff. I wonder who's paying for this. Man, this is great. I tell you what, Evansville, look, man, wow. Listen, I tell you what, these Evansville, listen, the Evansville Rescue Mission is doing some amazing work. Man, where are they getting this money from? I wonder, Camp Reville. Camp Reville. Well, this is a lot. Seems pretty cool. Man, swing sets, all kind of shit. This is nice. This is so nice. Let's go ask some people what's going on over here. Looks like somebody's here. And when you come up to this house that's on Camp Reville's property, okay, that's my car, by the way. But anyway, when you go play this property, look whose door this is. Gorman. Man, this is nice property. It says Gorman 2018. Okay.
Like a phone number to call.
Okay, nobody's available?
No, and I think all that starts in think in May or the end of April or something. I'm not. Don't quote me on it.
So, Chris, I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm BJ.
BJ, nice to meet you, BJ.
I'm maintenance staff for the mission.
No. Oh, cool. That's awesome, man.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
thank you. Man, this man doing some amazing stuff out here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so how often? Just curious. I'm sorry, BJ. Like, how often is it? Like, because it seems so cool. Like, is it year round or?
It's as far as I know. I'm not the person to be asking.
It's
that.
okay.
It'd be hearsay for me.
It looks cool.
Yeah. I know for the most part the kids stay in that area, in the gated area.
Okay.
They got the playground. We've got a kitchen staff. The chef or whatever. He makes food for the kids.
That's cool. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right. Well, I appreciate it, man. Because it looks cool, and I would love to bring my kids out here one day.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know what it costs, or I'm not sure.
It doesn't matter. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
But I know they have like their swim days. That might be every day once it warms up. It's somewhere after lunch.
Okay.
But yeah, they get to hang out. I don't know what all. I'm sure there's some Christian type stuff.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. Well, I mean, it's a Christian organization, so I just it's cool.
Man, so I really can't tell you a whole
No,
lot.
don't worry. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mess up. I know you mowing everything down. You know, it's cool. It's cool.
I'm just the cleanup guy.
Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. You're good. I appreciate it. No, I didn't see nobody else here when I was trying to just get some information or whatever. But it looks so cool.
I know this guy that lives in this house. I'm sure he's probably gone, but Kenan is his name, and he's like, I think he's the one that actually oversees like the summertime.
His name's Kenan.
Kenan, yeah.
Okay. All right, well, no worries.
More than likely, if you get on the mission website and you give somebody a call, they'll probably direct you to Taylor Humphrey, I would assume.
Taylor Humphrey?
Yeah, I think that's it. I could be wrong. But.
I don't know. I'm not sure. But I appreciate it, man. I really, because it looks so cool.
Yeah.
Okay. BJ?
Yeah, BJ.
No worries, man.
Yep.
No worries. Thank you.
What's your name again?
Chris. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
nice to meet you, bud. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is great. This is over here by Camperville. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Literally. Oh man. Oh shit. Well.
You seen that, you heard that. Okay? That's from a shout out to my boy, Black Conservative. Anyway. So he said that's what he had to say. And that's what you gonna do. And so here's my take, or just real quick about my past, because I wanna make this clear. I want to be very open and candid about who I am. My grandmother, Leona Christian, was basically a kind of a freedom fighter for the community of Evansville. The mayor knew who she was, and he spoke with her like personally, very many times, because she cared and she was loud. Okay, so the people know her name still rings out to this day. If you ask people around the city of Evansville about her, okay, she was a freedom fighter for her community. Okay, so the politicians knew her name. I think it's important. I think it's important that you care and that you're allowed. I don't care about blowback. It means nothing to me. And to be frank about that, I want to show you. So when I was in Houston and I was going through my divorce, because things that I had caused is my fault. Ultimately, I went through a self-destructive pattern, and I was suicidal at one point. And I was actually was on top of the building in Houston, Texas, at the mayor's office, about to throw myself away, essentially. And I was going diagnosed. I went through a lot of depression and all stuff like that for a couple of years, because that's what happens when you go through a divorce. To men, you lose your purpose. And so what they don't talk about in the media and stuff that goes on with men is that when you lose your purpose, you lose your way. So you would become homeless. I was homeless in New York for like 6 months. Seriously, living out of my truck and all kinds of stuff or whatever, because I just didn't think I had anywhere to go. I didn't think I had purpose at all. I wanted to die. Thankfully, God is amazing, and He found a way for me to come back and for me to have a purpose again, and to love myself again. Okay, it took a while. It took a long time. The reason why I'm telling you all this is because what they'll try to do is to discredit me, to take away, to try to discredit what I'm saying to y'all about this men's mission and what's happening behind the scenes. So the reason why I know that is because there was this lady that was on my page on LinkedIn, researching me that I had never met. Black woman. Here she goes. I love receipts. Here she goes. Yes, she was on my page. Okay? Connected to the people that I am friends with on LinkedIn. Surprise, surprise. Don't know about that. Haven't got there yet. Probably will one day. Okay? So, I say all that to say, what they'll try to do is discredit me using this individual. And she'll come out and say, oh, well, he has these kind of issues and this kind of thing, and this, we need to not pay attention because I am a accredited Black woman, and this kind of thing. It's important that you know what they do ahead of time. They try to use, and just trust me, I've been in the media for 20 years. They try to use someone of validation to discredit people of genuine integrity and value. This happens all the time, okay? It's politics. It's politics. I want you to see it before it comes. I tried to contact all the reporters. I tried to contact the news directors and all that stuff like that. They didn't care, and they didn't respond, or they responded negatively to the truth. It is what it is. But for me, evil persists when good men do nothing. Either you stand and fight or you fold like a lawn chair. I'm not gonna fold. They're gonna have to kill me first. It is what it is. I'm okay. I appreciate you all for listening. But what I would like for you all to do is to share this video. And here's the thing to all of you that are involved. I have trapped you with this. You have to share this video. You have to. Because if you don't, they're going to go on a whole witch hunt in Evansville regarding this. And if you don't share this video, you look complicit. Everyone's gonna be looking at you. Oh my God, why didn't you share this video, person? What's wrong with you? You like slavery? Do you like slavery? You probably did. If you didn't share this video, you probably like slavery. You like slavery. You better share it, or everyone's gonna be looking at you. So you're trapped. I know who some of you are. I know you. I've seen you. I see you now. This is, you're playing with men's lives. People don't care. People, society typically doesn't care. They don't care how, what's going on with men and that kind of thing, whatever. But I tell you what, I do. And I won't let you get away with this ever. It will never happen. Not on my watch. You have to kill me first. And I'm okay with that. But I'd rather my son live in a world that is better off, with good people around that are willing to stand and fight than people that are cowards and will basically fall down to their knees because of a thankless and thoughtless regime. That's all I got to say about it. I appreciate you all for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And in 2023, I'm optimistic. Back up on my bullshit.